Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Emptiness Breaks. This time, it's all about the concept alimony. Alimony is used when you get married and if or into divorce, especially for women's, in order to get the money for living after divorce. So before knowing about the concept alimony, it's very important for every husband to know this important point if we're married, and if her wife is missing, and if her marriage is less than 7 years, then police is right to suspect you are norsen or notter. Your reason for missing or not. The purpose of alimony is to help the financially weaker spouse maintain a standard of living similar to what they had during the marriage. So here is the eligibility. Either spouse can request alimony, but it is typically granted to the spouse who is financially dependent on the other. In most cases, it's given to the wife, but husbands can also claim it under certain conditions. In India, alimony or spousal support can be classified into different types based on the timing and nature of payments. Here are the primary types. Interim alimony. This is a temporary support provided during the divorce proceeding. The purpose is to help the financially weaker spouse manage basic expenses and maintain their lifestyle until the final decision is made. It is generally granted as a monthly allowance and stops once the divorce is finalized. Next comes permanent alimony. Permanent alimony is awarded once the divorce is finalized and is meant to support the dependent spouse long term. It can be given as a lump sum payment or as periodic payments depending on the court's order and the needs of the spouse. The amount and duration depend on factors like the length of the marriage, the financial condition of both parties, and any specific needs of the dependent spouse. Next comes rehabilitative alimony. Rehabilitative alimony is designed to help the dependent spouse become financially independent. This type of alimony is usually provided for a specific period, giving the spouse time to gain skills, find employment, or achieve stability. It is intended as a temporary support until the spouse can support themselves financially. Next comes transitional alimony. Transitional alimony is given to assist a spouse in adjusting to the single life post-divorce, especially if there's a major litigation. It may cover costs associated with moving, finding a new home, or starting a new job. This is generally short-term support and may not continue beyond a set period.
Next comes compensatory alimony. This is awarded in cases where one spouse contributed significantly to the other's career or earning capacity. Compensatory alimony recognizes these contributions and aims to compensate the spouse for the efforts and sacrifices made during the marriage. This type is less common but can be significant in cases where one spouse's career was heavily impacted by their marital responsibilities. These types of alimony are governed by various personal laws, for example, Hindu Marriage Act, Muslim personal law, and depend on the unique circumstances of each case, with the court determining the type and amount of alimony based on fairness and the parties' fears. So with that thought, I'm ending this video. Have a nice day.
Last but not the least, after seeing Atul Subhash brutal suicide because of the cruel wife, now Supreme Court has decided some factors to be considered to get alimony. So here are the points: social and economic status of both spouses, future basic needs of the wife and any children, education qualifications and employment status of both parties, assets and sources of income of the couple, standard of living the wife enjoyed while living with her in-laws, whether the wife quit her job to care for the family, reasonable legal expenses for a wife who is unemployed, and the last, financial capacity of the husband, including his income, maintenance obligations and liability. So only after seeing all these factors you would be getting the alimony. One man's life made all these change. This is the brutality of our country right now.